I'm getting accused of being a shill in multiple ways. Let's see how many we can get through in one video. Who the F really believes that fission radiation don't F things up for real? Maybe this guy, Waptek. Shoving words in my mouth and not paying me good money, honey. Crack that whip. So anyway, so if you had to guesstimate, Waptek, what percentage of cesium 134 and 137 is from Fukushima and what percentage is nuclear bombs? And this is from a channel called Strontium Milks, which is one of many channels that may or may not be one of the Fukushima fearmongers, or maybe somebody, you know, cosplaying them. I don't know. It's a very familiar name, but I don't know. So we'll just go with this. And yeah, I'm saying the channel name because you might be. I don't know. I don't normally name the channel. I don't know. But what I could see as far as radiation effect, in the areas tested, it was double what it was before Fukushima in an area. That's an incredibly easy ratio to figure out. So I'd say 50% of current. But is this a level that is increasing the danger level? I don't believe there should be any kind of lower limit where you say this is safe for any kind of radioactive material. I don't like nuclear plants. I don't like nuclear power. I don't like nuclear bombs. Because, as I've said before, we have screwed ourselves pretty badly here. But doubling zero is still zero. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna invoke the homeopathy of the Earth changes and us affecting things through global warming. If you claim that a tiny, tiny percentage of the atmosphere is carbon dioxide and is insignificant, but it's doubled, you have to use the same standard for this. Your move. Pro and con. Or are you a professional con? Not Strontium Milks, but everybody out there. No, really. It depends on the effect. It literally depends on what it does. Is there any amount of uranium, plutonium, or cesium that's safe? No. But is there an amount that is tolerable? Mostly. Human beings and all living things on this planet have adapted to uranium because it's one of the more long-lived and annoying compounds, elements that forms compounds on this planet that you can find. You can find it almost everywhere. You just have to look a little bit. But it happens to get filtered out of the upper couple of feet of dirt a lot places, especially in rainforests and shit. Or does it? You have to look that up. I'd have to say that it doubled the amount of background radiation temporarily in many, many different elements. One of them, 134 and 137. Let's list it again. 137 has a 30-year half-life. 134 is a 2-year half-life. 2-year half-life stuff's probably gone by now. It's been more than a few years. You basically take it by the number of half-lives times 10. That means it's divided down by 1,000th of the effect. So I would assume it's gone. So basically, 137 is going to be around with us for a while. I have to keep checking. And this is the reason this gets to be a problem. That's also a product from the nuclear bomb tests. And also, technically, the stuff actually existed in nature in a small amount. Because of the localized effect of this, it's about as effective and damaging. Let's say worst case scenario, let's say it's just as bad as the atom bombs were. Short term, really dangerous. How long after the atom bombs fell in Japan were we all at danger from downwinding in the area? Everywhere in that area and also over here. The real outcome. I would use that as a basis as worst case scenario. That isn't anything close to it because most of the material in the Fukushima nuclear plant didn't vaporize. No, the fuel didn't burn off. And MOX fuel is harder to burn off than just uranium fuel. Sorry. But if you want to, in my opinion, I'm going to say less than 50% of what we have now is from it. Easily. And definitely with 134. So, but that's a guess. As for it getting into bioaccumulation and into the fish or whatever, nature's a pain in the ass and things get eaten by everything else. X number of years later, you're not going to find it as much in food. One thing people seem to miss about the explosions you saw were not the containment vessels blowing apart, it was the surrounding pole barn type structure blowing up due to the hydrogen explosions. If the containment vessels had blown apart, we would have had actual deaths. No one would be able to go anywhere on site. They would have had to build a sarcophagus around the thing like they had to with Chernobyl. Thank you very much for your posting, Mr. Blur, or other. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.